Hey, this Hangout on Air is live. This is Alicia Stringer here, always empowering success dreams. And I am in a different location today. I'm out here at the Gaylord Hotel, and there's masterminds going on in here. And I'm not sure if I'll be able to catch anybody, but just came and just trying to see what we would find to help unstuck and unleash some powerful results. So I know Greta's out there in the garden with her kids. And so I'll introduce her, and then we'll get rolling on some juicy stuff.
Okay, I've got a bug here with me. Say hello to my little friend.
Aw, how cool.
Do you want to take that one, River? Yeah, this is awesome being out here in the garden. It's actually not very sunny here today, but it's like, it's a nice, even sort of temperature. And we were at the beach all day yesterday, or for a good part of the day anyways. And it's just nice to just be able to be outdoors and enjoying, just the moment of just being home with my kids. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name's Greta Campagnolo, and I am a homeschool mom of half a dozen kids, and I live on Vancouver Island in British Columbia, so that's where I am today, and in Canada. And in the dirt, we I was sitting here in the dirt weeding and thinking about, how that applies to many different aspects in your life, and, how, this is the Millionaire Mindset Hangout, and how important it is to kind of weed out all the crap that we carry around, that we think about, those negative thoughts that we have that do come into our mind. We're all human here, and are spiritual beings having a human experience. And sometimes when that happens, we pick up these thoughts and negative feelings, that come up in our lives, depending on what you may be going through in your life. I know that there's go with Forrest. We got the big ones watching the little ones, so I just gotta, keep that in check all the time. So yeah, it just really made me think of that. I'm sitting here in the dirt, cleaning out all the weeds, all the things that don't garden, and and just bringing out the beauty, the beautiful plants that are here, the flowers that are just getting ready, the plants that are just getting ready to bloom and flower. And so, I guess that's what I was thinking about today and thinking about this morning. And I wasn't exactly planning on hopping on the Hangout today. And I'm really glad and be in my garden here with my little ones and just enjoy the moment. And I'm excited to be here, excited for this Hangout, and hopefully Keisha and Valerie will hop out. I think Valerie's busy doing her masterminding, and Keisha's busy with. I'd love to hear about what Keisha's been up to, because I think she's been doing something with youth and doing some sort of Toastmasters thing with youth, and I think she does it on a regular basis, and that's something that I'd like to hear a little bit more about with as well when she does hop on with us. I think she will be coming on with us, so make sure you stick around to hear more about that too, and what she's been up to. So awesome.
Awesome. I know the power of spring and seeing new growth. That is like sweet. Special hug. That is the sweetness of finding what's unstuck, is that all that stuff that's around us, and finding that. I think that's the first thing in order to release powerful results, is to find that stuff. If you guys can hear me, I'm really not sure if you guys can hear me. Please comment below in the on the YouTube video, wherever you're finding us, on millionairemindsethangout.com. And please let us know what did you find?
I can.
He tackled you down.
I
He's
can
like,
hear you.
you're unstuck, girl. You gotta get unstuck because he's on top of you. But when you're able to release all those weeds out is when you can find a more powerful way where the blooms can grow even stronger. And I think that's the first part in order to be able to move out and be unstuck is to find all that stuff that's around us that you need to take out and be able to see those where those weeds are and maybe rearrange. I know this morning I was watching them rearrange some of the greenery around, and they pulled it out and then rearranged it in different spots where it looks a lot better, and just lots of different ways that you can rearrange. I know I'm kind of like the organized person, and I have to totally like make my list of what's really stuck with me, what am I not moving forward with, and I think that's more powerful when you're able to just brainstorm a massive list like that and be able to kind of see the full picture. I remember on the last Empower Hour call that I listened to Monday night, and they were kind of doing those goal sheets. You know, just go ahead, write down your biggest goals, and find out what you need to kind of move forward with, what you're going to go. And it doesn't take until that moment where you just stop and be able to unleash and move into more powerful results. Because once you're seeing it, once you're able to be able to, you know, move forward, then you can find that way where you actually see what you want to find results with. And that's the powerful thing about being able to unleash and really see what you can do in your life. Can you share an example of, Greta, maybe of one thing you did when you were able to see something? I know you can see it on, you know, in the springtime and things blooming, but what is something that you maybe wrote a big list of, but that you really know you got stuck on, and you were able to see kind of if you did this strategy, would that produce more results with it? I think Keisha just dropped
It's
on.
yeah, it's how about Keisha, can you, we can't see you but we can hear you, I think.
Something. Something's moving
I'm,
around. She's getting
I'm
situated.
coming on, guys. Can you hear me?
We can
We
hear
can hear
you.
you.
I
Can't see
missed
your
part. I
beautiful face.
missed part of. I missed part of Alicia's question, so you can go ahead, Greta, and chime in, and I'll catch up with you guys.
I was trying to listen myself, but I've got little monkeys hanging off of me. So what I'm thinking that you said, Alicia, was some describe sort of a situation that I had where I was kind of stuck, and I created a big list. Is that what you're saying? And then
Right.
how I was able to, yeah, I mean, there's, you know, doesn't that happen more often than we'd like it to at times? I think so. I mean, for me, it does at times, and I think definitely creating those lists and actually hunkering down and getting it all, sweetheart, just be gentle. Creating those lists and getting that clarity by helps to like release all of it from your mind. And I know that every time I'm feeling overwhelmed, I've got some pretty big tasks that I've been putting off, which I just recently powered through and accomplished something that I had been putting off for a while that took me some actually months to get done and finalize. So it felt so good. So one thing I will say is if you have something that you know that like probably talking about that is going to trigger something in your mind, something had to have probably popped up for you that you've been putting off. And you know, just so you know, like I know you can do it, and just think about one of those times where you had something and you took advantage, you know, you really took control and did the things that you needed to do in order to make that happen. And it makes you feel, it's like after you get it done, it's like this euphoric feeling that comes over you. It just really, really does. And yeah, so one of the things that happens when I actually hunker down, sit down, take the time that I need to take, create the space to be able to get all those things out of my mind right then and there, it's already that first step of seeing it being done and feeling the feeling of getting those things done, getting that feeling done, and feeling, you know, that sort of things lifting and things like feeling like you're about to accomplish something, you're about to get something that's just been weighing on your shoulders, because it gets really heavy carrying those things around in your mind. And you know, everything else, it makes everything else in your life just, it creates like a fog. When you have these things that you know you need to get done, it creates a fog over all the other things, like beautiful things that are in your life. It makes it harder to see the things that you're grateful for when you really have some significant things that you need to get done. So yeah, so creating that list, getting it out of my mind, really helps to just free my mind. And it also makes me realize every time I take the time to create that list, that once I actually have it down on paper, I look at it and I'm like, whew. It makes me actually like feel this release, this like huge relief. It makes me realize that I was creating a more like such a bigger problem, a bigger picture, like making it so much worse than it actually is. I don't know if some of you can relate to that, but that's the way it makes me feel once I actually take the time to just get it all out. Sometimes it's like I don't even want to write it out because I don't want to see it. I'm not ready to do it. But once you do that, it's like I said, it's the first step to getting it done. It's like it starts the ball rolling and things start to fall into place in order to make those things happen. So for me,
Awesome.
it's such a huge help creating that list and making it happen. And then yeah, you just gotta think about the resources that you need, the people you need to reach out to make that happen. And it's amazing because, you know, when you really allow yourself, when you really allow it to happen, it opens the space for manifestation to rush in. Isaiah sitting beside me, my 13-year-old, we say this, the oath of manifestation every day, twice a day, before we eat. And every time I say things like that, it kind of like triggers that the oath of manifestation. So yeah, it really does. It makes magical things happen and brings in, you know, makes things fall into place in order for those things to really just happen and shift and yeah, unleash.
Awesome, Greta. Thank you. You made so many points, guys. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Yes.
So many great points. And I was actually, the last thing you said was about using or your resources that you have. But before I say that, I wanted to say what a tool or technique that we use and which helps me when I have so many things in my mind and knowing things that I want to accomplish is to do a brain dump. And that helps me to focus. And I don't know if we ever shared how to do a brain dump on our Hangout yet. But when you do the brain dump and you look at certain areas of your life, I know I look at 5 in particular, my finances, my health, my family, my business, and I'm trying to think what's one of the other ones you do, Alicia? When you look at those core areas in your life, you can see, you know, with any goals that you have in those particular areas, you'll be able to list down the different things that you might need to do. So then I look at chunking down that goal. So chunking it down like Greta said, writing it all out. When you're able to write it out, you're able to chunk it down into smaller goals. And then this way you'll feel better about it and it's not so overwhelming to you just thinking about this great big task that you have to complete. When you break it down into smaller tasks, and once you complete them, you feel better and you feel good because you know you're on your way, on your path to creating those great results that you want in your life. And you know, it just makes it easier for you and less to procrastinate less on completing those goals. And I know that's what helps for me. And then, like Greta said, looking at the resources that we have available to us. A lot of times, those resources come in the form of people. Sometimes, you know, we have strengths and we have weaknesses. Some things we're stronger in, and some things we're weaker in. And when we're able to identify our strengths and weaknesses, we can rely on other people and other resources to help us reach our goals. So don't be afraid to ask for help to, with completing your goal, and realizing that there are some resources available to you that out there for you. Alicia, I'm gonna try to get my my camera working here, so I'm gonna turn it back over to you. I'm gonna come out and go out and come back in.
Okay. Well, that's powerful, because sometimes you don't even know what resources you need until you kind of write the big list down, and so that's the power of just kind of being more aware of where you want to go, why those things are so important, and trying to decide different things. I know I want to be moving in a different location here pretty soon, and I think that's just going to be powerful, just to share what location and where and why, what do I need, what resources will I get, and just some of those big decisions that you need to make always takes like big brainstorming lists. And sometimes you don't know what resources are available quite yet until you just figure out what exactly you need. And that's the power of just making those lists and finding where you stuck, because you're in one location and you have another location you want to go to, and what are you going to need in that new location, and where you want to go for that. It can be very powerful. I just think that when you know exactly what you want, what you need, the resources kind of come together for you. And that's the power of just exactly knowing what you need in that situation. So I think people shouldn't worry about like the how or what resources are going to be there, because they will just show up, and just that becomes where you need like that faith and that trust and that inner being that it's going to happen for you.
Right, the belief that it's actually going to happen.
Yes. So another thing is just trying to be more aware of that stuckness. We talked about making lists, but I think more important is just kind of being more clear of where you're going. So like I mentioned, I want to be moving into a new location pretty soon, and I think just clarifying where I want to go will help make everything else a lot easier in the fact. So that's what I'm trying to clarify right now. It's really tricky. So any tips on that, on getting unstuck, ladies?
Well, definitely. I mean, I think we've mentioned it a lot, but it's one that kind of always pops up for me, and something that I'm constantly plugged into are, listening to audios and reading the right books. I mean, we mention that continuously on this Hangout for a reason, because it really does work. It's like, it's kind of like equivalent to what you put into your body, like the foods that you eat, creates what you look like on the outside. What you're thinking about and what you're reading, what you're listening to, is essentially what is going to be coming out. What you're going to be attracting more of in your life. Like if you're just reading a bunch of garbage, or you're reading a bunch of bad news all the time, you're going to be attracting more bad news and bad thoughts and bad feelings into your life. And personal development is very important. It's something that I've been become pretty obsessed with in my life. It's the only thing I really want to read, the only things I really want to listen to, and it's really made a difference for me in my life. Just basically how I feel, it's, and when you're struggling and you're feeling stuck and you're feeling like you're not creating the results that you desire, there's going to be high points, there's going to be low points, and the whole thing is, how much, I really think, Alicia, you mentioned it. It comes down to how clear are you? How clear are you on what you want? And I think that if you're not creating the results that you want in your life, and maybe some areas are good for you, you know, like Keisha was mentioning, maybe, you know, doing that brain dump and realizing, I think it's so great that you mentioned those different areas of your life to dump and really see which areas are doing well and which areas need more attention, because it helps you to not only see where you need to put your time and your attention and your energy, and also how well you're doing, and giving yourself that recognition for what you've accomplished in different areas of your life. Because, you know, success isn't all about, you know, when people say the word success, oh, this person's really successful, I think a lot of times people think about money, you know, and finances. Well, to me, I don't think that success is determined by how much money you have in your bank account. I really don't. You know, I think that's an area of success for sure, but I think, you know, like for me, what's important for me is my family, and how, you know, if my family's suffering, my family life, my home life, then to me, you know, I'm not feeling very successful, you know. But if my family life is doing well, the health of my family is doing well, you know, if my children are healthy, if I'm healthy, you know, that's that. You know, it's not all about finances. If you're struggling financially right now, you know, it's okay, and you can turn that around as well. That part of if you can find success in certain areas, you can find success in all areas. So I definitely think that, you know, doing that reading, filling your mind with positive thoughts, surrounding yourself with other people who are doing the same thing, you know, not going to places where, you know, you're going to run into those people who only talk about the negative things that are happening in their lives and all that kind of stuff, is really key and really, really important. So those are, you know, a few ideas that I have that are just kind of going through my mind.
They're awesome too, Greta. I just wanted to mention, as you were talking, it just made me think about the whole idea of being stuck, and at a certain level where maybe you feel like you're not getting over that hump, or you're not reaching that next level, and it could have come because of a setback or maybe a failure of some sort. But what I think will help you with getting unstuck is really how you perceive your state where you are right now. So if you don't look at yourself as have failed, or look at yourself as not reaching that desired result, and realize that you're still on your path and still on your journey, even though it may not be where you think you should be, you're still en route. And if you then try to improve or increase your confidence level, and, you know, a lot of the things that will help with that are affirmations, telling yourself daily, several times a day. Like you said, you have that manifestation oath. These are affirmations that you're telling yourself that these things, that your desired result will come to you. It's actually here. You just have to get access to it. It's here. It's ready for you. And I know, you know, it was something I read yesterday, and I wish I would have written it down and had it ready for you guys. It was something I read from actually someone who requested me to be their friend, and he's in our same circle. And that's another thing. Surround yourself, like Greta said, with people who will uplift you, who will encourage you, who will support you. I was talking to my son's therapist yesterday, and, you know, as I have a child, he's very active, and I'm, you know, as a mother of 4, you know, and he's my youngest child. He just turned 8. I have 3 girls, the oldest 24. I have challenges with dealing with him and just making sure that I am the best mother that he can have. And so I elicit she's my resource, and I consult with her. And I was talking to her yesterday, and she said, well, who's your support? Who's those positive people around you? Who helps you to stay in that positive state? And in addition to my church family and I said my mother loves me, you know, I mean, I know I'm loved, but I want to tell you guys, I told her that it is my super women connection. It's the women that I met on my entrepreneurial journey. The women who we support each other, we love each other, we're there for each other. Even though we're around the globe, we have people in Canada, we have people in Nashville and Tennessee. I'm here in Philadelphia, but we're here for each other. Just a click, a tap on the computer. If we have to call each other, we will. We check in with each other. We share our deepest, things that we may not share with other people, we share with each other because we know that they will support us.
Yeah.
You want to surround yourself around that. You want to be around your environment is you want it to be conducive to your result. You want it to be able to nurture your result. And although it may not seem like it's an environment, our group, our community, our culture, the organization we're a part of is an environment that nurtures and cultivates the results that we want to have in our life. Mm-hmm. So you want to do that. You want to get connected to people that will help you, resources. So guys, that's what I wanted to share. So I mean, and listening right now, and you're unclear of what we're saying to you, click the button down. There's a big green button. It says, yes, I want in. Get connected to us. If someone sent you to this link, maybe it wasn't us, maybe it was another superwoman, maybe it was their spouse, you're on their team, you are a friend of theirs, and you're looking for a way to create the best life for yourself, click that link below and we will help you get connected, and they will help you get connected to the resources that you need to get you to that next level to create those powerful results that you want in your life. So Lisa, Greta, I'll turn it back over to you ladies.
I think my phone's gonna die here soon. River, come here.
It was so lovely seeing your beautiful face joining us today, Greta.
Thank you.
Yes.
And I know
it was awesome to be here.
Alicia's there at the event, Unleashing.
Yeah, I think he said some powerful things. You come to events and see what is possible, what kind of results are people doing, and that is kind of what inspires more people going, I totally can do that. I see what I can do with me being me, and I think that's the power of trying what you want to unleash. You making that list down. I'm stuck somewhere, but I want to write down what people's results are. If you write down what their results are and you figuring out how did they get there, is it duplicatable, is it something that you can do, is it something that you can do in a similar way, I think that is the powerful way, is to know what the results are, and do you see yourself doing that, being very clear of the action plan that you can take to get that results is more powerful. So I'm excited to get to the results and see, what are some results that some people have been taking, and I want to do some more tests. A lot of people are testing different things. Kind of going, you can't just do something once,
right,
and say it's going to be, I'm done. This is it. Right. And I understand, and I know that when I get stuck, I'm not reading enough. I need to go back and I need to set that time to read. I said I'm not listening to the right audios, and that's where I kind of get stuck. It's like I need to reevaluate, your balance of your life and going, are you really reading stuff? What are you reading right now? And what are you studying? And if you have that continuous nourishment, those results that you see from people, you can see more clearly you doing them. And it's so powerful to come to and be around a lot of people that have that results, and get on Hangouts, get to events in person and meet them and hug them and take a video with them or whatever. So, mastermind, of course. So we have a mastermind on Thursday. That's going to be like totally. And then Friday the whole event starts, and so stay tuned on how much we learn. And there's tons of events, even going locally. I connect with a lot of people in meetup groups and seeing different things going on in town. So just get out to people and network and people that you're like-minded with, that will take you to the next level, that has results, that want to get to that next level with you. As I always try to say, we're reaching that success dream because you're dreaming it hasn't happened yet, and you're making actions to do it. And it's more powerful to do it than so. Any last hangout? I've got to go see if anybody else is over there. I might catch some videos and plug them in the stream or something. Find any more people with some more interviews or something. That's all I can think of now because I thought I'd find some more people. But
awesome. So stay tuned, guys. Next week we may have some powerful guests lined up for you because we're going to be connected to some powerful leaders. Alicia's there. I'll be there tomorrow. I'm excited. And we love you guys. We appreciate you for joining us. If you're watching this recording, I know you received some powerful nuggets, something that will help you get unstuck and help you to unleash your powerful results.
Thank you, Keisha. Any last words, Greta, before you die?
Just
your phone dies.
Oh, can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, good. Just get rid of those weeds. Like I said earlier, I've still been. It's so amazing to just be able to be on this hangout, be completely fulfilled, and just be reminded of all the reasons why I'm here on this hangout. and you know, pulling out these weeds, cleaning out my garden. As you can see, there's a lot of work that needs to be done. And yeah, just I'm excited that you're here, that you've stuck it out on this hangout with us, because there's obviously something you needed to hear at this moment. And don't be afraid to get your hands dirty, and in order to clean up your life, clean up the areas of your life that you need to clean up, get unstuck, and unleash that person that's waiting to come alive and show the world who you are. So click that link below, get connected.
You're right, I totally got to sing some more. They always say when I get shy, I don't sing as loud and stuff, so I'm like, oh, dang it, I got to sing some more, right? So everybody got to sing some more. I don't care what it sounds like. I'm the little, baby musician mom, It doesn't matter what you sound like as long as you're singing with them. That's the heart and the soul that they want to be around. And I always enjoyed that. So it doesn't matter what your voice sounds like. You just got to do it. And they know from you doing it, your heart to them. And that could be so powerful. So y'all are all an encouragement to be around, and if you like to join forces with us, make sure you do click that link below, and we'll be able to give you some more powerful millionaire mindset to take you to the next level, to reach that success. And of course, we're focused on money, and of course, we're focused on family, and whatever your focus is, we're here to help you. All right, anything else, ladies?
No, just want to say we can't wait to meet you and join us on the inside. I was going to say peace and God bless. I know you can't see my peace signs up, but they're up.
We'll see you next week. Look at all the fun. Bye, guys.